The comedic minds that made you laugh when you watched The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, they have a brand new project.
And it's all about Chicago.
That's like saying you hate deep dish pizza. It's lasagna with crust.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
That's the new Comedy Central show called Southside. It will premiere Wednesday night.
And we are joined now with the writers and stars of Southside, Bashir, Salahuddin, and Diallo Riddle. Did I get that right?
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yay!
Got it.
Amazing, guys.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
I know, first of all, that you're incredibly excited to be here nice and early in the morning, right?
Absolutely, we love it. We're morning people.
We're usually up at this hour anyway.
Yeah, we're usually on the phone around this time.
Yeah.
Shooting the breeze.
Yeah, working out, drinking something green.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how they greeted me this morning. They were like, "It is morning. What are we doing?"
No, I thought you guys taped the news in the evening and just ran it.
Yeah.
No, it's all fresh and new. So for those at home who don't recognize you two,
Which is a lot.
well,
Like two
perhaps,
people don't.
but you guys are really popular because of The Tonight Show. So I want to watch a clip.
Oh, great.
The reason it's so important to keep down costs is so we keep college affordable.
And the president knows his stuff, y'all. That's why they call him the POTUS, which means person on top. What is it?
Jimmy, POTUS stands for President of the United States.
He's the POTUS with the most stuff.
So you guys are the masterminds behind this.
Yeah, we worked Slow Jam News. I can't talk this morning.
No, I mean,
Slow Jam
like,
News with Jimmy Fallon. Yes.
There were 3 handsome black men on the screen just now.
Gorgeous. Now there's 2. Look at that.
People don't realize that Jimmy's actually
Chicago.
African American.
That's right.
So, but how did that come about?
When we got to the Tonight Show, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy was so open to ideas. We love music, he loves music, and so we thought of a bit called Slow Jam the News. And then, luckily for us, during the campaign, the Obama team contacted us and they said, "Hey, we hear that Bashir's from Chicago and he's cool, and we hear that." And I said, "Who is this?" And he was like, "It's Barack." And I was like, "Barack who?" And the rest is history.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
Real quickly, I do want to say I had to ask the producers to be a part of this because I saw some of the trailers and I also saw some of the clips.
Yeah.
Love the new show.
Thank you.
Southside.
Yeah.
However, it's important to note you don't have to be from the South Side.
Not at all.
Oh, no. We want
Not at all.
Wait, so talk about that.
We go, I just got to say, we go all over the city. It's
Yes,
very
we do.
important to us that the entire city of Chicago embrace this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just to give you one example, Bashir plays a police officer on this show who becomes embroiled in this scandal because he arrests this professor who he thinks is a black man on the Gold Coast. And his character believes that no black man could ever afford a home on the Gold Coast.
Because he couldn't have one.
Just because he couldn't have one.
His credit ain't so great.
And we actually mentioned some of the celebrities, some of the local Chicago celebrities who could afford a home on the Gold Coast.
There's many of them, yeah.
There are a couple. So we actually go out of our way to take these things that are somewhat serious topics, but we want to have fun with them. It's really our goal to everybody loves the news, but every now and then you want to step away from the news and watch something that's just funny.
I was born and raised in Chicago, born and raised on the South Side, 72nd and Constance, 83rd and Halsted. And I would just say that, what I see on the news as I travel about Chicago, it's sometimes challenging, but this is a joyous place with joyous people.
People laugh, people
love.
love.
Stuff that really showcases the city's heart and the city's love, and I think we really have something that's a love letter to Chicago, and that
Absolutely.
people laugh about. And
That's a
enjoy
really
themselves.
nice way to put it, a love letter to Chicago.
Just really quickly, when we were shooting this series, I got in my Lyft one night and the driver was like, "I heard you're shooting a comedy about the South Side," and I was like, "Yeah," and he said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
It was like, too often it gets painted with a broad, negative brush, and now we're here to sort of present the entire picture.
I think we're definitely ready for it. I do want to mention, we have 2 Harvard grads here. Did you guys meet at college?
We did meet in college. We
Yeah.
actually met in an a cappella group.
A cappella.
You got to be kidding me.
No, we used
a
to
little
sing.
sample? Come on.
Oh gosh, I don't know if we can do it.
something.
If we
Man, how long have you been chained?
Wow, no
Boom,
vocal
boom, boom.
warm-up either.
So, but
Oh,
listen,
pretty amazing.
I don't want your producers to be like, "We can't afford that song."
Exactly.
You know how it works, folks.
That's a spiritual from I think the 19th century. So, what's that? No, they can't afford that.
sorry.
So,
Oh, NBC Chicago, you.
Come on, open up some of those peacock dollars, you know?
Yeah.
so you guys are employing a lot of Chicagoans then, right? 'Cause-
You know, we really wanted the city, as we try to redefine ourselves, we try to make sure folks know how funny we are. We said, you know, who better to tell tell the world about Chicago than Chicagoans? So in front of and behind the camera, I would say probably over 90% of the folks you'll see are Chicagoans. Many of them
many local actors,
a bus driver who came through to help.
Oh gosh, we had a scene shot on a bus, and the actual bus driver just started making us laugh, so we threw him in front of the camera. Like it was
Episode 3.
So there you have it. There's an opportunity for everybody out there if they happen to be walking past, right? You never know.
If you see us, come up and shoot your shot. You know, you might find yourself on camera, because we didn't want it to be the kind of show where, like, oh, I've seen that guy on that HBO show, I've seen that guy on Netflix show. No, like, it's real people from the community acting in the show and also writing the show behind the cameras. So, like,
We had actors arriving on the CTA to set every morning. We had extras telling us
taking
how
the red
much.
line to set.
Exactly.
One of my
cool is
favorite
that?
lines, by the way, real quickly in the show, comparing Chicago pizza to lasagna with crust.
A lot of people think that you can paint Chicago with a broad brush, but not everybody likes deep dish.
You're absolutely
not everybody
right.
likes the Cubs.
There are a lot of White Sox fans on our, because, you know, so it's the South Side.
I hear.
Go White Sox.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to leave it there. Bashir, Salahuddin, Diallo, Riddle, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. And you know, if you ever need us to, like, introduce the next news segment, you know, we'll
You're hired.
And next
You're
Wednesday
hired.
night, guys, 9:30 p.m. Southside.
9:30 Central.
Do you want to read that?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Joining us.
We'll be right back.